Alright guys, today is going to be in my back circuit where you do country crush, lat pull downs, country crush, seated rows. The V curl, I'm grabbing it from here and doing straight bar pull downs where I have to crank my wrist when I come down. One arm rows with the 3-inch Raptor, and then 2-inch fat grips on the T-bar row. Obviously I'm going to have battle rows, reverse wrist rows, regular wrist rows, cable pulls. The pulling motion exercises I normally do, it's all 30 reps. I normally do 25 pumping reps, and then the last 5 as full range as I can. The reason I do that is arm wrestling, in my opinion, you never want to relieve the stress or the pressure, right? So a lot of my reps are not on the chest, lockout, on the chest, lockout, or whatever, because I feel like that's a resting point. So I never want to have a resting point. So everything I do is pretty much unconventional, and I get a lot of people say, hey, you need to do full range, or you need to do it slower. But I'm trying to be a good arm wrestler, and this has worked so far, so that's what I'm doing. All right, here we roll.
Alrighty guys, so Michael Todd, at the request of viewers, is not having music while he works out. So bless his heart, he's got to listen to me talk to you guys. But we do have some questions that are coming from you guys that I want to have him answer. We're not going to be having him answer them while he is doing the resistance portion of his workout. But there are times when I can
Okay, so that's 190 pounds. The strongest I've ever completed this circuit was at 210. So I have 6 more weeks, right? 7 weeks and 2 days. So I have 6 weeks and 2 days left. So I'm gonna go up, try to increase 5 to 10 pounds a week for the next 5 weeks, right? So even if I just increase 5 pounds, that'll only be 215. Hell, I don't know. I think I'll be stronger than I've ever been on this particular circuit. Pretty much on all my circuits by the time my title defense comes around. So.
And you're gonna need to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You gotta be ready.
All right, you're supposed to be asking me questions now. I'm sorry, I started talking.
That is okay. So Michael, somebody, or actually several people have asked us, because your life looks like it's pretty grand. But what moments have you had in your arm wrestling career? What are the moments that mark when you just really wanted to hang it up? Where it was really a crossroads for you, you either continued or you just quit?
Man, I've loved arm wrestling my whole life, right? One of the, I don't really think I had any big moments where I thought about, I told you to put Ollie up, get off my thing.
Oh. Oh my God.
Stop it.
Ollie, come here.
I love that dog, but when it's time to train, I gotta train, right? All right. Didn't really have any real moments. Never thought about quitting until I lost my dad in 2008. One of my biggest supporters, right? Would go to tournaments with me. We'd road trip across the United States. So he was killed in a car wreck. So that I thought about quitting, but my next match after that was Arm Wars in Manchester, and I flew over there and I won the battleground left and right, because I felt like the best way I could honor my dad was to keep going and be the best I could. So that was one.
We'll get back to that after he gets his reps in, guys. I actually did not know that about Michael. I did not know that he had that thought, feeling like he might just hang it up. I can certainly understand.
Next time, 2 years later, when my left arm blew apart, you know, I lost 3 inches in my left arm in 3.5 inches in 3 weeks. I thought, holy shit, how am I ever gonna get that strength back, right?
What do you mean by you lost 3.5 inches?
Well,
Atrophy?
Yeah, my left arm atrophied 3.5 inches in 3 weeks because I couldn't use it. I had that little, mechanical looking Robocop attaching it to my arm. So, here I am wearing double X shirts, right arm busting out the sleeve. Left arm had all kinds of gap in there, so I didn't know what to do. I tried training through the recovery with just my right arm. I was doing one arm dumbbell incline presses. I was just doing everything one-handed. I over dumbbelled my right side, threw my back. Not throw my back out, but jacked my neck and my back up because I was training that right side, I wasn't training the left. So, then I got back on the table to train. Couldn't do my move because I couldn't pull. So I just started pushing. And that's how the Kings move evolved, rotational lat drag. That's what it was.
I've seen that video. Many of you have probably seen it as well. It was Arm Wars against Wagner Bortolato. One of the worst things I've ever seen. Neil did not air that, I don't believe.
No, he made an entire show about it.
Oh, he did?
They wouldn't let him air the straight on
he had to,
video. They had to do the angle video because it's so graphic. They wouldn't let it on Eurosport. It looked bad if you see it straight on,
And that was your left.
Yep. So that was number 2. And I'll talk about number 3 when I finish this.
Okay.
I guess I've had 3 moments in my arm wrestling career that I thought about hanging it up. I mean, I would always talk, before a big match. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna win, but I guess I could hang it up, I've accomplished enough. But then I'd always go after that first match, I'd be motivated, right?
You go ahead and do your reps.
These work really hard. What?
Go ahead. This is tough. Have a look at this contraption, guys. This is one awesome arm wrestling tool that's just been added to Michael's arsenal. You see, it is really working against his hand and wrist as he's doing these straight pull downs. Has to be tough. I don't think I'll be using that.
Yeah, that sucks. My hands are sweating now. It's hot, so I can't hold on to the pipe. All right, so number 3, and this one was very recent. Losing Andre Pushkar. The reason that was so devastating to me is he was my biggest adversary, right? He was my, Ollie Frazier or whatever. He was that guy that drove me to be the very best version of me. Obviously Devin, Dave Chafee, Dennis, everybody. But Andre was my benchmark. I thought our story had a lot of chapters left. So losing him, I just felt like I lost a part of me. And it's just one of those things that, if you lose the guy that empowers you and encourages you to be the best version of you, that one of the reasons you're out there in the gym every day training, and that guy's no longer here, who are you gonna draw? Where do you draw that inspiration from? Where do you draw that desire? But I figured, kind of like my dad, the best way to honor the legacy, that I had with Andre was to go out there and keep competing, So that was it. Number 3. What else you got back?
So those are 3 pivotal moments that you could say. And obviously you said the best, one reason that you kept coming back is because you wanted to honor those people. But it has to be a little bit deeper than that. What keeps you going through the injuries, through all the hate, because you get a lot of it.
A lot of hate.
Through defeat.
Defeat?
Yes,
what you talking about?
been
I don't lose.
You've had some huge losses that were quite painful.
That's that supportive wife you guys keep bragging about.
What keeps you going?
I guess it's, you know, I believe deep down in my heart. You gotta wait till I finish. That the very best version of me is as good or better as the very best version of anyone else. So I guess it's just one to fulfill that potential, you know? I mean, I'm not, people ask about, do you have to be genetically gifted to be a great arm wrestler? Can you just work through it? Clearly, I'm a perfect example. You can just work through it. I don't have a big hand. It's thick now from years of training. But, you know, I don't have a big, massive hand. I don't have long levers. I'm 6'3", but I don't have, you know, a massive reach. I just got a big ass heart. And hate lose.
Do you think you're coming to the end of your shelf life? Do you think you're coming to a peak?
I have no idea how many I got. I'm gonna just do 10 more. I turned 46 in June. I'm doing rounds 4 and 5, wrist rolls, cable pulls, and battle ropes now, so I just finished with that.
Okay.
I turned 46 in June. I think I have 5 years that I think I can remain among the best in the world. If not, reach the pinnacle and be globally recognized as the best. We got a big fucking mountain to climb though. You know, there's some bad, bad dudes. So I just gotta hope that I'm more focused and more dedicated than they are. Because the bad, bad dudes I'm talking about are genetically superior. They're younger. They don't have as many injuries. You know, I mean, the North Americans, you know, me and Jerry kind of around the same age. You got Dave Chafee. I think Devin's 2 years younger than me. Dave's probably 3 or 4 years younger than me. Travis 3 or 4 years younger than me. But the Europeans, 20s and 30s, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of work ahead. But barring a serious injury, I'm willing to put in the work, you know.
There's that Raptor handle. It's one of the things Michael really credits for that hand and wrist strength that took the hand of Devin.
So that's 130. My record last season was 200 for 20 reps. Other day, 3 days ago during cardio, I grabbed it cold. First few felt really hard, but I knocked out 22 reps. So I hope to be 30 reps with that whole stack with the 3-inch Raptor by June 20th. That's the plan. Will that be enough? Who knows? That strength is not what I have to use to beat my opponent. But I figure if I can get stronger anywhere or stronger everywhere, it's got to reflect on the table. Finishing with a minute at the end makes it real hard. I do this so that I don't have to pick these ropes up again. That when I get over here for round 5 of back, I can just do those 30 reps and be done. A lot of my training is mental. Like if I can get halfway through the amount of reps, I feel like I can do the rest. Or if I have to stop, I never stop before I get halfway. because I never want to feel that I have more work to do the second round than I did the first round, you know? It's crazy. Right there, man. Well, that one took longer than normal, but I did take some breaks to talk.
So we're done.
Yep.
How do you feel?
Feel good. Feel strong. The VFRs just make it hard to breathe, you know?
We can't announce it yet.
What?
Tell me, where is the motivation going to come from for this title match? What? Because you don't have the anger that you had going into Travis. You don't have to prove what you did like Devin. So what is it this time? What's it going to be?
The expectation that once they announce it, I will then once again be the underdog. So, for some reason, I've won the open weight hammer the last 2 years in a row, and people still doubt me. So I'm sure when they announce this match, I'll be the underdog again, which is gonna be very bad because I thrive as the underdog.
Excellent. Any last words?
Click subscribe. Click that little bell to get notified.
And share.
Road to WAO 503.